Hello and welcome. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Our top story, shedding light on Sarasota County's response to Hurricane Irma.
Former FEMA Administrator Craig Fugate now weighing in on what the county needs to improve on after months of research. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from the Emergency Operations Center in Sarasota with details. Jess?
Jacqueline, Scott, believe it or not, hurricane season is just 17 weeks away. And while Fugate says Sarasota County did a, quote, good job dealing with Hurricane Irma, there are some things that should be done differently next time a hurricane strikes.
But this is all about saving lives.
Former FEMA Administrator Craig Fugate won't give Sarasota County a grade on its Hurricane Irma response. He simply says there's room for improvement, and it begins before the storm hits with evacuations.
Throughout Florida, we've used numbers and letters to designate zones. Then we tell people that you have to go to a map and look at what zone you're in. Why don't we just tell them an area? So if you're evacuating Lone Boat Key, don't tell them a zone. Just say if you live on Lone Boat Key, you're in an evacuation zone.
The goal, Fugate says, is to get as many people evacuated as possible before the storm and take away the barriers that keep people from going to a safe place. One barrier, location and availability of shelters. He says open them all up to start, then close some if need be. Don't open them as they're needed.
We'd open up a couple of shelters, they'd fill up. Now we got to go back and tell people other shelters are opening up, yet they only heard the first message, and you got people showing up, shelter's already full. Now where do I go?
Another barrier, pets. Fugate says make all shelters pet friendly. Sarasota County Emergency Management Director Rich Collins agrees, but says the details still need to be hashed out.
Identifying areas for cats, areas for dogs, areas for people who have allergies, so that you're not mixing and you're creating that environment that's safe so everybody feels comfortable going to a shelter.
This review isn't just about bettering government resources. It's also about making sure you at home are more prepared next time.
The public's the best resource that's untapped in almost any disaster.
You can volunteer when you get to a shelter or check on your neighbors.
They need to have a plan. They need to know, as was discussed here, when their home was built, is it a safe place to be?
And the county isn't waiting to make these changes until the final plan is complete, and you shouldn't either. They're updating evacuation center plans, scheduling new training for staff, looking at the debris process.
All of those things are happening simultaneously.
Now, what Fugate presented today is just a draft of the final post-Hurricane Irma review. That final proposal will be presented to County Commission on March 14th. Reporting live at the Sarasota County EOC, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you so much. Well, just one day after Mote Marine Lab announced plans to build a new aquarium in Sarasota County, a Sarasota City Commissioner says he's disappointed in City Manager Tom Barwin. Hagan Brody says this is the third time in recent months Barwin has allowed an asset to leave the city. Most recent involves Mote Marine's plans to leave the city and build a $135 million aquarium at Nathan Bederson Park in Sarasota County. Brody says losing 300,000 tourists a year on City Island is a big loss, and he says this isn't the first time something like this has happened.
I think this is part of a growing and worrisome trend of assets fleeing the city. You look at the Players Theater moving out to Lakewood Ranch from downtown. You look at affordable housing projects, Ben Groff's project moving out of the city. He couldn't get that done with city staff. And now this, and it's a very short period of time, and it's very frustrating to see. So we're going to put the pressure on the city manager and city staff to make sure we see a change.
There's a feeling that City Island couldn't really accommodate any more traffic. As you know, we almost here on a daily basis, the transportation modes that people have getting out to Longboat Key, St. Armands, Lido Beach, and doubling or tripling that traffic with a aquarium 3 times the size of the current one would be a difficult situation.
Mote draws 320,000 tourists a year to City Island, which will eventually shift to Nathan Bederson Park when the new aquarium is built within several years.
A Northport High School student is in custody after police say he threatened to harm other students. Last night, police received several tips that a student was making threats on social media. Police say they looked into it and arrested the teen responsible. This comes exactly 1 week after students were evacuated from the school for a bomb threat. Similar situations involving social media threats have happened at multiple schools across the Suncoast in recent months.
Bradenton Christian School placed on lockdown this morning after a man was threatening parents and students. Police say the man, who was driving in a gray sedan, pulled up to the drop-off lane of the school, making threats of shooting and having a bomb. The superintendent says a heavy police presence was on campus throughout the day. Well, the man was identified as 24-year-old Jason Kadeem Wilkinson. Detectives say he had a previous encounter with law enforcement yesterday and was armed at that time. Wilkinson is now charged with 2 felonies, including threat to discharge a destructive device and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
Tax season is in full swing, meaning it's time to get started on your tax returns. If you plan to file your own taxes this year, there are a few ways to make the tax filing process easier. First, make sure you know the filing deadline, which is April 17th. Filing before that date will help you avoid any penalties for filing late or not filing at all. Also, review last year's returns. Taking a look at that information can make this year easier. And make sure to double and triple check your return. Any mistake could possibly lead to you receiving the wrong refund. If you don't want the responsibility of filing taxes on your own, United Way Suncoast and the Manatee Community Action Agency is lending a helping hand this tax season. They are doing taxes for free for anyone who made less than $66,000 last year. There are 22 locations throughout Manatee and Sarasota counties. You can find a full list of those locations on our website at mysuncoast.com.
And with tax season comes scams, and there are already a few making the rounds here on the Suncoast. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office reports a scammer called a Bradenton woman and told her she was under investigation for tax fraud and that she had to pay $500 or an arrest warrant would be issued. The victim realized it was a scam and called authorities. Now, if you receive any calls like that, first, do not send any money or give them your Social Security number or any account information, and then immediately report it to local law enforcement.
The Big Top has risen next to Nathan Benderson Park, and Circus Sarasota is back with the debut set for tonight. The Big Top is set up behind the UTC Mall. Circus Sarasota's new show is called Ovation. It honors the 250th anniversary of the modern circus and those who have impacted the art form. The show includes brand new acts and performers.
The acts are phenomenal, honestly. A lot of the acts are debuting in the United States of America for the very first time. They're excited, and we had a dress rehearsal yesterday and blew them away. Honestly, standing ovations.
The performances start tonight and run through March 4th, featuring 32 performances. The tickets start at $15.
And preparations for tonight's opening night are already underway at near Nathan Benderson Park.
That's right. Our own chief meteorologist Bob Harrigan is out there. He joins us now live with more. Bob?
Yeah, you can't miss it right here by the UTC, Nathan Benderson Park. Circus is in town under the Big Top right here, center stage tonight at 7 o'clock. And this is an experience, folks. They got a great big new monitor. We're going to talk to Pedro about this. This is brand new. They've got side monitors as well. It is quite the experience going on here. We'll be doing some acts ourselves here in a little bit. A little juggling, maybe some headstands, handstands, flips, who knows. We've got some interesting folks that will be joining us throughout the newscast, so you want to stick around for all that as we take you through the 5:30, and 6 o'clock. Now, currently, we have 75 degrees. We have a few clouds around, and the dew point temperature is at 66. That's high. Winds are out of the west-northwest. A little sea breeze has kicked in. We've even had a few spotty showers that have popped up here and there. Nothing to worry about. We're not looking for any rain out, but you don't be surprised driving around. You may bump into a very brief shower or two moving through your neighborhood. Now, zeroing in on some rain, we had a little bit of activity earlier into Manatee County. One lone shower along I-75. Up near the border of Hillsborough and Manatee County. 75 right now in Sarasota, 78 in Orlando. And you can see from the satellite review today, we've had some clouds streaming overhead, but that has been about it. The upper level flow coming from the southwest to the northeast, while the lower level flow around an area of high pressure just off the east coast of Florida, keeping us in the warmth. Much more on the circus, your weekend weather forecast. Tonight's event is sold out, by the way, but there are ABC7 specials going on throughout the weekend. 20% off your ticket. You want to go here, you can call the box office up to reserve your seats and tickets. or you can just visit our website for the link again to the Circus Arts Conservatory. We'll have much more on this big event coming up a little bit later. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you so much, Bob. And of course, some of our very own here from ABC7 being the ringmasters throughout the next couple days.
Ringmasters, yeah, should be fun. Still to come in your Suncoast News, experts discuss what's causing the stock market drops after a wild week on Wall Street.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast from underneath the big top at Circus Sarasota. Plus, why your bucket list could be a roadmap for your doctor, coming up in Health Smart.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The stock market closing today with a gain of 330 points after a week of historic dips that have left analysts and investors on edge.
ABC's Maggie Worley has the latest from Wall Street.
Wall Street is still holding on tight as this roller coaster week at the stock market continues to be a wild ride. Investors still skittish after yesterday's 1,000-point plunge, the second biggest one-day point drop in history. The biggest? That happened just 4 days ago on Monday. The Dow's now down more than 10% from its high in January, and what analysts are calling an official correction.
It's a bit like a wildfire. It's good when you can burn some of the brush off so that you don't get a massive wildfire. I think we're just burning off some of the froth in the equity markets so that a much bigger bear market correction doesn't happen.
Experts insist the economy is doing well, But these positive developments could be having a negative impact on investors. Many worried that the economy is doing too well too quickly and that the Federal Reserve may hike rates in order to keep inflation under control.
The real concern is that if we get good news, it suggests that actually maybe our economy might be overheating.
Experts remind us that now is not the time to be afraid.
Do not jeopardize your long-term financial security based on short-term volatility. Look at the big picture. The fact is the economy's growing, and if you're investing for years or decades, this is a good buying opportunity.
This has been the worst week for stocks since the financial crisis of 2008. But investors here on Wall Street say now is a much different time than a decade ago. Unemployment is the lowest it's been in 17 years, and the market, the economy, and the banks are in much better shape. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
President Trump signed a major budget deal into law this morning, just hours after Congress voted to end a brief government shutdown overnight. The bill, which lawmakers have been negotiating for months, clears the deck for Congress in dealing with major spending issues, as well as doling out disaster relief money and hiking the debt ceiling, which was set to be reached next month. The bill gives the Pentagon an additional $165 billion. President Trump tweeted shortly after it was a big victory for the U.S. military, but he said Hill Republicans were forced to increase spending in order to attract Democratic votes to get the bill passed. Well, Circus Sarasota's new show making its big debut tonight.
It honors the 250th anniversary of the modern circus. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan joins us live from underneath the Big Top, where they are getting ready for the big show. And Bob is wearing a great outfit there as well.
How does it look? This is the official, I heard you guys mention ringmaster, so I had Joseph Bauer here, who's the actual ringmaster for the big event. Grab his hat and jacket, and he said, "You can wear it, Bob." Sure. I feel official now.
You look great, man.
Joseph,
awesome.
I got to tell you, this is a great event, wonderful event. You were at the dress rehearsal last night. He is the main guy, the ringmaster, and you did an awesome job.
Thank you so much. Yeah, last night we had a dress rehearsal where we invite a lot of the artists that live here in Sarasota, you know, old timers, and come out, and they're our toughest crowd. But boy, they were all on their feet last night like 5 times. So it's a fabulous show.
Yeah, and I heard that they said again that there's some new acts as well, so you always got to spruce it up a little bit each year.
Absolutely. This is the only thing that you've seen before is me.
And you are good.
A brand new show, and there's artists in this show that will just keep you, I'm speechless. Even me hosting it, I just can't believe what I'm seeing.
All right, here's my audition. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's get to the weather. How's that?
That was great. Thank
you very much. Van Way's webcam right now showing generally fair skies around. Earlier today we had some fog, and that fog has since burned off. Then we saw a little increase in clouds this afternoon, and those clouds are bringing a few light rain showers around. Nothing to worry about. We're not expecting a lot of accumulation with any kind of significant storm system. Just the fact that it warmed up so much, enough humidity in the atmosphere to kick off a few passing showers. We may see a little bit of patchy fog once again tomorrow morning to start things off, but we are not anticipating anything too significant to cause problems over the weekend weather-wise. So things are looking pretty good here. Now we will see some fog. Fog will be an issue, I think, over the upcoming days up until about Tuesday of next week. As a result of this warm, moist air that we're in, and that's always a potential for at least some fog to form. It could be rather thick. Those storms that you see over Texas and the mid-Mississippi Valley, they're going to stay well to our north. 75 degrees right now, mostly cloudy. Dew points high at 66 and 75 on the temperature now. And downtown Sarasota 78, 82 in Sebring. Still warm in Northport at 82. And the forecast for tomorrow looks like this. Another nice day. Temperatures topping out in the low 80s under partly cloudy to partly sunny skies throughout the afternoon. Well, nationally, the big story has been the snowstorm over parts of Michigan, northern Ohio, causing schools to close there, and into northern Indiana, even into central portions of Illinois tonight. All that, again, shifting off to these. Those warnings have since expired for the most part. There's still a few out there, but not as many. They'll see more warnings go into effect on Sunday as yet another Clipper system is expected to move through parts of the northern plains and then eventually in through the Great Lakes on Sunday. You can see that snow up there, all that blue moving through Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. For us, we're staying warm here. Not a problem at all. It should be delightful weather, although just a bit cloudy at times. No real threat of any significant rain here as we move through the weekend. Now, as far as the forecast goes, let's go back to the 7-day forecast. We'll get to the fishing in a little bit. We are looking at a 20% chance for showers on Saturday. That'll be mainly in the afternoon. And then Sunday and Monday, some fog, could be a little bit more so on the mornings on Sunday and Monday morning. And then Tuesday, a slight chance for showers, even an isolated thunderstorm out of the question. You'll notice temperatures staying warm right through Friday. Tonight, Joseph, the gates open up, or the performance starts at when?
That's right, it's 7 o'clock. This is really our big grand opening tonight, and we're expecting a full house. You know, tickets are going fast, so get them now.
Yeah, that's right. Get them now is right. And go to our website, go to the Circus Arts Conservatory and check them out there as well. Well, much more. We'll be doing some juggling. We'll meet the angler here who's a really enthusiastic fisherman.
Yeah, I've known him his whole life.
Back to you guys.
All right, Bob, thanks so much. Let's check First Alert traffic right now. We're seeing some traffic backed up on I-75 heading north, which is pretty typical this time of day, but it is south of, looks like it starts around Bee Ridge and goes all the way north past University at this hour. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, have you ever chatted about your bucket list with your doctor? With Why You Should, here's ABC's Kenneth Moten.
If you search bucket list on Google, there are 84 million results. Search for advanced directives, only 4.5 million. Doctors aren't terribly comfortable asking you about end-of-life care. Neither are you, they sense. That's why one medical journal today is recommending that you talk about your bucket list, what you want to do before you kick the bucket. It can become a roadmap for the goals of care conversations everyone should have with their doctor, especially if there's a chronic disease involved. Common bucket list themes researchers discovered include traveling, accomplishing a personal goal, hitting a life milestone like a wedding or a birthday, spending quality time with friends and family, getting financial stability, and doing something daring. Skydiving, anyone? Which is most important to you? Your doctor can then use these goals to guide discussions about your future treatment plans, a conversation that could give you a new lease on life. With this Medical Minute, I'm Kenneth Moten, ABC News.
Many people know the common risk factors for stroke: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and smoking. But there are some factors that are unique to women. If you started your period before age 10 or after age 17, went into menopause before age 45, or had both ovaries removed, researchers say you may have a slightly higher risk of stroke. Other factors on the list: migraines with aura, problems with motor senses or vision, some pregnancy-related issues that bring on high blood pressure, diabetes, and preterm birth, and the pill method of birth control, since added estrogen has been shown to put you at risk. All the more reason to change the risk factors that you can control. And wearable technology is changing how diseases are detected. Mobile health app Cardiogram and the University of California, San Francisco conducted a study finding the Apple Watch can detect diabetes with 85% accuracy. Macworld reports they used about 14,000 people to track results. Heart rate sensors in the watch can pick up on irregularities that point to specific conditions. Cardiogram has also found that hypertension, sleep apnea, and atrial fibrillation can be detected. Coming up, a look at the world's first zero-gravity dance party and a baby animal's birth that will make you do a double take. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today, and named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in a car accident, the state of Florida only gives you a specific amount of time to file a claim. So act now, give us a call.
Psst.
Want to know a secret? If you're looking for the best selection of area rugs at an unbelievable price, the only place you need to look is Rugs is Art. I know what you're thinking. Expensive, right? Wrong. Rugs is Art has the largest selection of area rugs on the west coast of Florida in a variety of styles, with 8x11 area rugs starting at $199. Largest selection, personalized service, and unbelievably low prices. You'll find it all at Rugs is Art.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Everyone likes the 2018 Honda Civic for $169 a month. You made Civic the best-selling compact car in America. You'll like Civic's 5-star safety ratings and that KBB.com named Civic a best buy and the most awarded car. Get the 2018 Civic at a payment you'll love. $169 a month today at your local Honda dealer.
Honda, I like it. Oh yeah, I like it.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Lionel Richie would be proud. People were literally dancing on the ceiling during the world's first zero-gravity dance party.
And one high school class breaks 2 Guinness World Records. Jeremy Roth has more in today's Take a Look at This.
You are looking at the world's first zero-gravity dance party, the World Club Dome Zero Gravity. It was a weightless dance party organized by Big City Beats. Ravers enjoyed up to 30 seconds of weightlessness during each 8,000-foot descent of the parabolic flight. The venue, a customized Airbus A310, is usually used for astronaut training and scientific research. More than 30,000 people entered a competition to win a spot on the flight. Winners were chosen from countries like South Korea, Australia, England, and the U.S. Seeing double? At New Trier High School in Illinois, that's the norm. Maybe because the school's sophomore class has 44 sets of twins and 1 set of triplets. The figures set not 1, but 2 Guinness World Records. The records are most twins and most multiples in a single academic year at one school. In a class of just over 1,000, the group exceeds the national average for multiples by nearly 3 times. This may make you do a double take, because if you blink, you may miss it. It's video of a baby octopus being born at the Virginia Aquarium and Marine Science Center. You can see the sudden color change as soon as it enters the water for the first time. Experts say that could be either due to the stress of being hatched or from the instinct to camouflage itself. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Well, Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies don't just fight crime, they also wrangle alligators. The Sheriff's Office posting this video on social media of 2 of its deputies trying to remove a 4-foot gator. He found his way to the Winn-Dixie parking lot on Fruitville Road in the Target Plaza. So they wrestled around with him for a little bit, and then tied him up and put him in the back of the cruiser.
Wow.
Off to jail? I'm not sure, but maybe somewhere where he could live a little calmer. He's not going to find the food he wants at Winn-Dixie.
Oh, no, definitely not. Who would have known there would have been an alligator in the Winn-Dixie parking lot? Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, the State House District 72 special election is almost here. Why this local race is drawing national attention.
And where SpaceX CEO Elon Musk enjoyed a local Suncoast brew when we come back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried, Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Please join us in welcoming the two newest additions to the Lincoln lineup, our flagship luxury sedan, the 2018 Lincoln Continental, and the totally redesigned 2018 Lincoln Navigator, featuring 450 horsepower, 10-speed transmission, and many best-in-class features. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment, every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
If we don't straighten out our border, we don't have a country. Without borders, we don't have a country. So would I shut it down over this issue? Yes.
President Trump says he would shut down the government if both sides can't agree on immigration. Can Republicans and Democrats finally work together? I'm Alan Cohn. There's no shutting us down. Meet me at the trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
Selfless service is the guiding principle of every Army National Guard soldier. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. To be an Army National Guard soldier is to serve something greater than yourself. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.